Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Good evening, my wonderful friends, and welcome to another episode of Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life. I'm Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on OMTimes Radio. We are trying always to embrace different topics, come up with ideas, with tips, solutions, guiding you to process the major themes of life, because we all go through different episodes in life, and we need to know how to process them, how to break through them, and how to heal and reinvent yourself after a dramatic episode, like, for instance, a loss. Because a loss is never easy, and it's a lesson we all learn in time. I mean, no one is exempt from loss. Doesn't matter, you rich, you poor, you young, you old, anyone go through that suffer of losing someone through a divorce, through a separation, or through death. So what's more painful than losing a person who you love and who had such an impact in your life? So losing a person is also taking a toll on your well-being. So how can you draw enough strength to pick up from the pieces after such an experience and to continue on your own? To me, there's always a new blessing awaiting for you, but you just have to see it. So I'm looking at a loss like a lesson that, if it's learned properly, it makes you stronger, it makes you tougher, it makes you see life from a different perspective, and see into that light and grow as a person and evolve as a human being. So that's why my topic today is called Life After Loss. It's actually supposed to teach you that loss is a lesson that all learn, and I'm coming with the 21 tips that you need to apply in a case that you go through something like this. Let's say you go through a divorce, or you go through the loss of somebody you really love. Because as I said, a loss takes many forms, and it's in the end a breakup. And there are many ways in which we can lose a person we love. What's worse, for instance, than losing somebody who's really young, or losing a child? And as I said before, it doesn't matter your financial status. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. A loss will hit you pretty much the same way. And it might happen suddenly without warning, because loss can also take a very serious toll on your well-being. It's disrupting your emotional and mental balance, and is leaving you in the middle of the road, asking yourself, now, what's next? What do I do next? What do I do now? For instance, you build a marriage, and all of a sudden, after many years of marriage, there's a divorce. You feel abandoned. You feel left in the middle of the road. You feel lost. You feel without means to survive. Let's say if your significant other was the breadwinner of the family. So you have to put it this way: in which way the loss will affect you at every level of your being. I know it's not easy, but I can promise you one thing. there are brand new blessings waiting to happen for you. So that's the way you have to think, and that's something I can promise you from my own experience. I lost my parents and I lost my husband, and actually I found this so interesting. That's why I decided to do the show on this topic. Today, September 4th, is the birthday of my husband. But my husband is on the other side for a number of years, but I always celebrate his birthday. I celebrate his birthday in heaven. I symbolically bring him flowers. I symbolically pray for him, try to talk to him, make him feel like he's still there with us when he was healthy and beautiful, and what an amazing soul he was. So I thought of my own experience, and I'm sharing it with you, and I absolutely believe that you can resonate to what I'm going through. If, for instance, you go through a loss in a different way, or you went through a divorce, or you lost somebody who meant the world to you. Because as I said, I'm no stranger to loss. And the truth is I can never bring my parents back, my husband back, but I had many other reasons, to pick up the pieces and carry on. My kids, grandkids, so I had reasons to, my career, my desire to evolve through the experience, my need to share this with you and probably teach you from what I learned, like turning this into a learning experience. We all can be teacher of something in life if we learn the life properly. If the lesson is learned, if the life is learned, then we can certainly share our own experiences with those around us who haven't been through the experience. I think it's good in life to understand, it's good in life to prepare, it's good in life to know that sooner or later a certain lesson will be presented to you and you just have to be prepared. Because if you're not prepared, it's much harder and it takes much longer time to go through the experience. But the people in my case that I lost became my source of inspiration. So as I said, today would be my husband's birthday. So I said that this topic is the best topic because loss is not limited by that. That's my belief. Because I don't really believe in that. A bad divorce, a separation can be as devastating. Like imagine spending many years of your life with that person, and then all of a sudden, the relationship falls apart. It feels like the world just fall apart. So no matter who you lost or how you lost that person, the golden rule is one. You cannot lose your own self in the process. So my teaching today is pay attention to the loss and dissociate the loss from your own self and trying to regain faith in you and confidence in yourself, and you not losing your own self by losing somebody else. So that's to me the golden rule that we all should keep in mind. And it's very hard to do it because generally speaking, when that happens to you, you're going through severe depression, and what it does, you disconnect you, so you actually without realizing, you go into a process of losing your own self through the pain. What will save you through any tragedy is maintaining that strong sense of self, like knowing who you are, continuing to work towards your purpose, and being self-sufficient. This is why it's so important to have an unshakable relationship with yourself, because at the end of the day, you are all that you have. People come in our life. People go out of our life. Even people you love dearly. And sometimes there's just nothing you can do to stop this from happening. By relationship with yourself is permanent. Actually, no relationship is permanent except the relationship with yourself. This is a big statement. No relationship is permanent except the relationship with yourself. So if you keep that in mind, then you definitely understanding the golden rule, of surviving when you go through something dramatic as a loss. I also would love to talk to you about the 21 wisdom to overcome the loss and rediscover the resilience. But before I do this, and before I take, because I have some great callers, so I'm going to talk to Robin, to Cornelia, to Domingas, to my old friends who call the radio station in confidence that they feel they can get the energy, the love, and the support that they need in the time of their life when they need something like this. But if you feel like, I need to communicate, I need to get it out of my chest, I need to talk about it, my experience, I need to share what's in my heart, I need to open up. We have problems sometimes to open up. We have problems to conversation. People hold things in and they don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how to talk about their pain. It's important to talk. It's a therapeutical tool. Either you talk or you write down what's in your heart. Like take a notebook and keep on writing down. I feel anxious. I feel upset. I feel down. I feel I'm overwhelmed by my emotions. So make short affirmations that actually in which you affirm what you feel. Like get your pain out in a way or another. Don't let the pain stay within you, because then this will affect your well-being. What you actually try to do is don't let the pain be unprocessed. What you're learning by being on the radio with me is that you're not allowing yourself to be glued to that pain without breaking it apart. Like it's exactly like a tumor that you want to break it in pieces in a metaphorical way. So it's very important for you to understand that the reason of the show is actually, and the reason I wanted to connect to the station is because we want to use this as a therapeutical tool of healing, as a way to see beyond your pain, to see beyond the sudden loss or circumstance or difficult experience in your life that you need to see the light into. So I want you to call me in if you feel like you have something in your heart that you need to get out, that you feel you have something significant to ask, to feel like you can be guided. I call this show guidance, a miracle guidance. It is miraculous to see beyond your pain. Then the miracle comes through pain. I always believe that miracles are life as a result of our suffering. Through the suffering, we actually create a miracle. And that's why I call my show Miracle Guidance. And actually, this sort of a miracle, it's on a daily basis. You need to create the miracle every single day of your life, not you create it today and then you forget about how miraculous life can be. Because life, at the end of the day, it's the miracle. So create the miracle of life by understanding life itself and what life can put you through. Be in acceptance, embrace it in order to rise above your pain and see beyond it, And because every pain everything is temporary. But the only thing that is permanent is the connection with your own self. But everything that comes, to test you, to make you stronger, it's an experience that might last a week, a month, a year. Now, I have to admit from my own experience that the pain of losing my husband, for instance, didn't go away. It's still there. That pain is still there. But communicating with him, talking to him, it's very therapeutical. Writing down my emotions, celebrating the time I spend with him. But on the other hand, living in the moment and in the future makes things so much better. Acknowledging that there was nothing I could do. So there are steps that if you went through something like this, and let's talk about it, call me, 202-570-7057. This is the station, OMTime Radio. I have a fantastic producer, Christopher, who's there, who will take your calls. Christopher will pick up your calls and will connect you with me. So make sure you call 202-570-7057. If you say, I need to talk, I have something on my chest, I need to get it out, and is it okay to do it on the radio? You can use a different name, so it's okay to talk in whichever way you can. It's better to talk than, as I said, hold on to the pain. I don't want you to do that. On the other hand, what I want you to do is connect with me on Facebook. Go to Carmen Harra. I have a fan page, and actually I have 2 fan pages, but where you can see like more people, that's more the one that it's like an international fan page. You can see me on Instagram at Carmen Harra. I'm not a big Twitter girl, so I'm more on Facebook and Instagram. I like always talking about my radio show on Facebook. I do a lot of live shows in which you can connect with me live on Facebook, and you can really like ask me questions, and sometime I can bring you on the camera. I think it's a good experience, so we can be friends on Facebook. So then you can write me if, let's say, you really want to get it out of your chest in writing. Send me an email at CARMENAJRRA, Carmen Harra, and we can connect. You can call, you can text me in whichever way. I offer sessions in case you really want something very private. So I want you to know that I'm here. My newest book, published by Penguin Books, was called Karma Queens. And I'm going to tell you much more. Also take your calls in a minute. I'm going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. Hold on the line.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organization, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
Hello, I'm Sandy Sedgbeer, host of OMTimes magazine's flagship radio show, What is Going On. My passion is sifting through information, research, and innovations from new thought teachers, speakers, and researchers, pushing back the boundaries of what we know about life, energy, metaphysics, and the universe. I love shifting perceptions about who we are, why we're here, and how quickly impossible becomes normal when we open our minds, expand our awareness, and accept that the only limits that exist are those we place upon ourselves. So if you're the kind of forward-thinking, eager investigator of what lies beyond the current reality that most perceive, why not make a date to come play with me in the field of possibilities at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday, and together we can discover what's really going on.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
I'm Carmen Harra. I'm back, and you know what I love the most is connecting with you and taking your calls. So after I take your calls, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the 21 wisdom to overcome the loss of somebody, to overcome a divorce, to overcome a separation, to overcome a breakup with somebody, and to overcome the death of somebody, the physical loss of somebody who meant the world to you. But I want to remind you about my newest book, The Karma Queen's Guide to Relationship, published by Penguin Books, because we all deserve amazing relationships, especially love relationships. But when we talk about losing the people that we are in a relationship with, and that's pretty dramatic, I want you to understand there are different types of love relationship, and I want you to understand through the book which kind of a relationship are you in. And also knowing the 10 ways to find out whether you are with your soulmate or not. So I want you to read this book, and in case you pick it up, the book is pretty much the price of a sandwich. So, but what you learn from it, I think it can be extremely valuable. I will offer you a short session free, or 50% off on a longer session, whatever you prefer, because I really am here and I'm committed to giving guidance and help to as many people as possible. That's why I'm writing books, I'm doing seminars, I'm doing lives, shows, and I'm doing this work on the radio, because I want you to resonate with these ideas, and I want you to feel empowered, to feel that you are getting the help that you need. But before I go to the 21 wisdom to overcome loss, I'm going to go to some of my callers, and I'm going to go back to my Dominguez, who's one of my very faithful listener for a long time, and I know talking about loss, Dominguez, she can really resonate with going through a hard time in her family. So how are you, my dear Dominguez?
I almost was in tears, but I think I'm fine. Your voice is so very healing. I kind of almost got in tears today. But I'm over the tears. Yeah,
so
I'm over the tears.
How's everything with you? How are you coping with everything?
I'm trying to create my everyday life. I'm creating a constant, intensive day-to-day so that I can try to become very aware of my thoughts. And yes. I think everything is a lot better. Nothing had changed.
And I also think that you need to build your own independence. You know, you need to build.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm working on it. I'm looking for work right now. I'm looking for a job. Yeah.
Because you were you depended on your husband. There was a dependency.
Exactly.
And,
I'm trying to.
You were very hurt. Not only emotionally, spiritually, but also probably at the core of your being. When this man decided to walk away from you, you'll probably start to question, how am I going to survive? What am I supposed to do now? So
you just telling the right thing, yeah.
Yeah, and I tell you, Dominguez, there's so many people out there who might resonate with this, because they feel the same way. They feel, what am I supposed to do if my husband dies, or if my husband divorces me? Or, I told you today is the birthday of my husband, who passed away from lung cancer. And I was always thinking that I was a very independent woman, and I was probably, at some point, he might listen to me from heaven. I made more money than him. And I am so grateful that I did, because when he died relatively young, at 50-something, that's so young to die, I wake up with 3 children, and thank God I had my career and I had my own money to survive financially. Otherwise, if I would have depended on him. So that's what I recommend for everybody. Try to build your own business. Try to create, a way for you to survive in the event that something happens. Because you never know when things happen. You never know when a lesson will come in your life. So that's why I think that this is the kind of, that's why I think that this kind of a thinking and this kind of a situation makes you, listening to these words, makes you think, wait a minute, I'm really working very hard on building my strength, allowing me to make my own money, allowing me to grow, as an independent woman. Because now I need, at some point, I may have to be facing being on my own, and am I going to make it? How am I going to make it? But you will find resources within yourself. Though, to tell you the truth, I don't really think your divorce will break through. I think your divorce is what is considered to be a status quo. In Latin, meaning things are staying stagnant. They are like they're in a non-moving position. If you agree with me, do you? Because I don't feel anything it's happening,
I don't either. When we are near each other, it's just like that's not going to happen, I think,
But I tell you, it's so interesting that sometimes in life, no news is good news. when things don't actually really, how should I say, they don't go in the bad direction, they just stay in one situation, then there's something else that you might not see that goes beyond that reality. So my sense is very strong that you probably, without realizing, you will be happily pleased to see that things will change and will change in your favor and will actually get better between you and this man. You have to have the patience, you have to have the wisdom, you have to believe in it, you have to pray for it, and you have to do everything in your power through your action to make him acknowledge that breaking this family apart is a terrible mistake, because sometimes people can go just emotionally into a bad move, and then sooner or later they might regret that, if you agree with me.
Thank you to letting me know, because sometimes I feel like I want to stop doing extra things, but that's a nice advice. I'll keep doing it, because
so work on yourself is the number one tip that I can give you. Work on yourself into building your strength, building your mission in this world, your role in this world, create a way of generating income just in case, so that you feel independent, financially. The financial independence is very important, you know what I mean?
Thank you. I'm working towards that. Find a job by 2 months for sure. I think that's going to leave a big burden on this whole situation.
So I personally don't think that this man will move forward with anything. I think the way I intuitively feel about this is that he's contemplating, he's too stubborn. People operate at the ego level, the low level of consciousness. He's too stubborn in a way, to come back and say, hey, I've been wrong. Hey, I did something bad, He doesn't want to really accept that, but reality is that he's contemplating in so many ways, how can he actually come back? So he's thinking about coming back.
Thank you.
So time is your best bet here. Time is the healer. Time is gonna make things right. So just hold on. You know what I mean? Things are gonna be very okay. I promise you. To you too, my love, because we all deserve the blessing, and it's good to be in touch. It's good to reinforce your beliefs and, continue to act like nothing is happening. Don't act insecure with him. Don't demand anything. Just stand still. One of the wisdom is stay still. Don't move. Probably the best action is non-action. In your case, I said you should not take any action. Nothing other than what you can work on your own self. That would be the best way, to think at this point. I'm going to work on myself, and I'm going to allow things to get healed and done on their own. So that's what's going to happen. All right, my love. So thank you so much for calling me, my Dominguez, and call anytime. I'm here for you. Okay, my love. God bless you. And I'm going to go to Robin in Pennsylvania. Hi, my dear Robin. How are you? How are you feeling?
Oh, hello, Carmen. I'm starting to feel better.
Good.
It's 5.5 years that I was taking care of my father, and it's very, So now I'm looking for a roommate.
Talking about a loss, losing a father that was so influential, it affected you so much, and it's just very hard to heal from this. My question sometimes to this universe is, can we 100% heal? Probably no. The answer will be no. We partially heal, and as the time goes by, there's more healing that is happening, but that pain will always stay with you.
Okay.
So but as long as you make peace with this, then everything can be good. So let me ask you. So you were questioning whether you should take a roommate. Am I right?
Yes, and I found two people, but I don't know which one. And
Okay,
also,
let's see who is who. Let's see who would be better. So, do you have some names here? We can go by their names. They have a certain energy. So, just give me idea. Who are we talking about?
Okay, there's one Blaine, and the other is Victor.
I like more Victor. I don't know why. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really. I don't know.
Did you meet with these two people?
Yes.
Did you meet with him? Okay.
Yes.
One I found more sincere, more introvert. He has more the kind of life standards that you can adjust better. I mean, because you have to be careful who you taking in.
Yeah.
I don't actually think that one is bad and the other one is good. I think they both can be okay. But I feel like one you can adjust more. And my sense is that is more the second one, the Victor guy. They kind of look different. They kind of different people. But you as a person, you have to be able to accept them. And if I were you, I'll make sure I have their full, like a full report or full bio, and make sure you know where they've been living before and what's going on with them. So you have a very clear understanding who is who. But at the end of the day, you're not going wrong with any of them, either with the first or the second. But I personally think I can guide you towards picking up Victor versus the other one. I think it's more. He has more empathy. He's more caring. He can be more there in the event of something. You know, when you share a house with somebody, or you share an apartment, or share a place. You know. You need that person that is more Nansa. That is. Do you agree with me?
Yes, I do.
So, do you feel like I do that Victor is probably in a way better than the other person?
Well, they're different. I mean, Victor is from the West Indies, so he's really different in that sense. And Blaine is he's going through separation from his wife, and so they're just different.
I feel like a different level of evolution. I feel Blaine is more in pain right now. He's more conflictual right now. He might be more depressed right now. The other one is a total different human being, but I think the other one might have more empathy, and he's more calm in a way, less troubled, less emotionally affected, you know? So think a little bit. It's to my opinion, it's your free will who you choose. All I know that you will be fine with either one.
Okay.
So it'll be okay.
Now, all right. Well, that's really good to know. But the other thing is, Carmen, is that for once I found something that I'm a little excited about, and that's a product that's for the health. But I'm not a very good salesperson, and I'm not sure I should even be doing it.
Which is it?
It's a gel, and you put it on, and it's for HGH, and it's transdermal, which it's a wonderful product, but I don't know if I'm a good salesperson or if I should even be doing that.
Why don't you give it a try? First of all, stop believing that you're not a good salesperson. Second of all, selling a product, you have to really believe in the product. Yeah. It needs to come from your heart. It's like, I use this product and it did good to you, and then you start believing that this is going to do good to other people. So I think that you will be terrific in selling this product. And why don't you want to try? Give it a try, 2-3 weeks, see how it goes. If you're authentic about it, if you're genuine the way you introduce it, you don't need special skills. People who do it very mechanically, but they don't really believe in it just because they want to sell something, they don't succeed selling as much as somebody who does it from their own belief. And I feel like you can do it very well just because you're authentic about it, you know. So you not only a good salesperson, you really a firm believer in this product, so that will automatically sell the product. Do you understand what I mean? You'll automatically be able in doing it. I am excited actually for you to do it because I think it's going to be, first of all, it's going to make you feel good about it. It's going to make you feel rewarded. You will connect with a lot of people. You'll be able to generate money. Will this bring you money?
Yes. It'll bring me a little bit of money. I mean, I hope so.
I feel like you can. Is there a website or something for this product?
It's www.getonthegel.com.
Okay. Well, send me a link to it, and I'll put it on my advertise on my Facebook. Also, so let's give it some publicity. And I want you to create. Do you have your own website by any chance?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have a website yourself?
No, I don't. I'm just really getting into starting to feel better.
Very interesting that you link your name to this product. You understand?
Yes.
So if you're very excited, if you can say, well, I'm going to attach myself to this product so that I have a total belief in what I'm doing. So this is what I would recommend.
Okay.
Try to do it this way. It's going to work. Actually, I tell you, really, this might work for you. So eliminate the doubt. You know, in life, if you doubt something, you can never succeed. Because the doubt is like a wall of energy, so it's blocking you. It's not going to allow you to succeed.
Okay, yeah, because, I mean, I've been telling people and I've been telling them to get on the...
I need to go on a break, so we'll finish the conversation in 2 seconds. Hold on the line. I'll be back in a minute. And I'll be with you, Rosemary, also.
The best of holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
Hello, I'm Lisa Berry. Join me every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for Light on Living. A chance to see new, hear different, and feel more as I shine the spotlight on all the ways to lighten the load of life's challenges. Light on Living is your link to that new way you're looking for, that new understanding that will enhance your life, and that positive connection that will support your growth. So join me and you'll gain insight and start to see things in a new way that motivates you.
I am Fidel Nshambo. I was born in a city called the Bukavu in the Congo. We were a loving family, and then, boom, everything that I had disappeared in a single day. People think that when you are a refugee and they resettle you to America, and all your problems are done. They don't understand that that's the beginning of everything. I was not born a refugee. I was made one.
It's time we welcome refugee families with open arms. Learn more at embracerefugees.org, brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm back. I'm Carmen Harra on OMTime Radio. We're talking about how to overcome the loss, how to overcome a divorce, and which are the steps. Where is the wisdom, the 21 wisdom to overcome loss, and I'll talk about them in a minute. But I still have some callers that I want to take, and I was finishing talking to Robin. So, Robin, are you still on?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so just to make myself clear, let's try this and give me a call like in a month from now or in 2 weeks from now and tell me where you stand. And make sure you send me a link to this and go to Carmen Harra on Facebook and and write me what should I say exactly because you know the product. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a boost on the product. They have a lot of people, over 100-something thousand people following me. So, and then let's see how people respond to it, you know. And so let's try to empower this and make it, put it out there. And I want you to believe in it because I know you do. But tell yourself on a daily basis, I believe in it, I can do it, and this is going to make me, you know what I mean, successful. You have to start somewhere. So please,
Yes.
let's do this. Let's try to see how it goes, and let's communicate again. Do we
that's
have a
wonderful.
deal?
Yes, we do. Absolutely. Thank you, Carmen.
Okay, my love, I love you. I'm going to go to somebody, I think it's a new caller. I think Rosemary. Hi, my dear Rosemary. Are you calling me for the first time?
Hi, Carmen. Thank you so very much for taking my call. Yes, I found the radio show.
Thank you so very much for calling me.
Well, my
I
question
appreciate
is,
it. Yes.
I moved to Alabama shortly 2 years ago, and now I'm being faced with divorce or not to divorce.
Okay. Well, do you have a son?
I have 3.
One of your sons come in my mind. An initial M comes to my mind, an initial R. What am I seeing here?
Well, initial R is mine.
Who's with the R?
Me.
Other than you. I'm not talking about you. Anybody else? Who has an M name? Michael, M?
My oldest son is Mark. But
Mark, that's it. So I knew it's one of your sons. So when I think of one of your sons, I see a big M name. So I think it's Mark. Okay. Do me a favor. Do you mind telling me when you're born and when your husband is born? There's a way to verify the compatibility of two people if we look from the energetical point of view. So looking what's your vibration energy versus him, and if this was really meant to happen. I personally don't think you really meant to divorce this man. I think that you can work things out. That's the first thing that comes to me. Do you agree?
I don't know. We're at the point.
And there's another question. I will ask you this. Do you think you want to divorce this man, or is something that it just is presented and you're not? Is this something you really want to do, or you're not sure?
Yes and no. So not sure.
Yes. So if you're not sure state of mind, you're not doing it. In life, you don't do things that you're not sure about. You need to be convinced.
I've already made up. And this morning I got up with the attitude, okay, I'm going to go get boxes. The problem is after many years of loss, it's not like we can go to an attorney and fight for whatever.
Right.
You know, there's a house that we've only been in 2 years, and, you know, I'm willing to walk away and just take what I can and go start.
No, that's not a good idea. You'll regret it. I'm sorry to say this. You acting on an impulse, you acting more on your own pain, you're not sure about this, you want to act brave and strong enough to be able to do it, but you will regret it. I think if you do this now, by the spring of the next year, you will say, why did I do this, you know? So I'm not convinced that this is the way it should be done. I want you to reflect about it. Do you mind telling me when you're born?
9/18/55.
9/18. Happy birthday, 55. With the same age. Do you mind telling me your husband's birthday?
4/12/50.
12/19/50. Let me see what's going on with you guys. I want to see something. Okay, just a minute. No, you're not meant to separate. But this was not an easy relationship from the day one, and I question whether you felt this way or no.
Yes, I did. There were things that
because
he did
the
early on in the
perception of it, you know. So, but if I look more into it, in fact, this is not a soulmate. But you're not a woman who has a divorce. In your codification, you're a woman who want to stay where you are. You're not that kind of a woman who wants to separate, and you're not an adventurous woman. You don't want to just divorce and find another man. Do you agree with me?
Yes, because I told him when
you're
he asked me to marry him.
You're number 3, consequently, you have 3 kids. You don't have no divorce. Are you married with this man for over 30 years? How many years?
22.
Okay, 22. Was there somebody before him?
That I was married to, yes, once.
So there was another marriage?
Correct.
If there was another marriage, then you created a situation that can be repeated. So you created something karmic. So something that happens to us happens again. It's interesting that you are not meant to divorce. Are the kids with this man?
No.
They're not with him?
They're all grown. Yeah, they're all grown. There's no kids, although we are raising 2 granddaughters.
Okay. Then the situation is changed. I probably... I'm taking back when I said you're not going to divorce, because if there was already a divorce in place, then the second will happen. But then you will have someone else in your life. I don't mean to contradict myself like this, but I'm looking, and actually the more I look into it, the more I say it's actually not the most compatible situation. There are difficulties in communication all the way from the start. If you already went through the divorce, which you created something karmic, that experience might repeat itself. So this can actually end up in a separation. So in other words, I should say, okay, it's okay to separate, but the only thing is that the way of doing it, I want you to think how you're going to do this. And I also think that you will meet somebody else. Will you be willing to rebuild your life and find somebody else?
Right now, no. I'm just...
Right now, of course. But somewhere deep in your heart, if you think, what am I going to do after this? Because I was talking about loss, how hard it is, the wisdom of overcoming a marriage, breaking something apart. It's very hard. It's very hard, but there's also already something karmic in place that happened already. So, but don't do anything. I don't want you to do anything now. Let's see where you are in another month from now. Don't jump into, I'm going to take my stuff and leave. I don't want you to do that. I think that would be wrong. That would be a mistake. Is he acting like he wants to divorce?
Yeah. Yeah, he's gotten pretty nasty. And
he can be like this. I also felt like he has a plan, like he wants this because there's something else in his mind. Did you ever realize this?
Well, I kind of got the hunch with the way things were going. He was going to just give me, half of the measly savings and say, go down the road. And I'm thinking, I'm packing, I'm loading, paying for people to load. I'm paying for the truck. I'm driving this truck with my car, all this, trying to go back to Denver. And I'm just thinking, wow, that's going to eat up all that.
All of that,
and he's still sitting here with a home.
That is where this is wrong. The way it's done is wrong. That's why I want you to revisit. I don't want you to rush, and I wanted to do it in such a way that you will be hurt even more. No, unfortunately, there will be a separation, but the time of it, you have to see how this is going to be done. Revisit the way you're going to do it. Don't do it in a way that you even suffer more from this. Is it okay to walk away and move back? I think you will be better back to Denver. Do you agree with me?
I love Denver, and I've always missed being from there.
I feel like you will be more in your element. You will feel more at home. That's the place where you want to go back. And here is not your territory,
No.
Except that the way is done, and don't rush into the process. Don't just jump and pack and run away. No, take your time. Take your time through the process and try to make it in such a way that it doesn't affect your finance that badly, And try to be very calm and try to plan it very well. I promise you there's somebody else coming into your life. You're a 3, this man is a 4. This is never a match. This was never a match. From the first day you met this man, this was not a match. So, because it's very hard. You are 2 people that envision the world in a different way. What's interesting is that you don't have a divorce, but you already had one. So having one, because you're a number 3, you might end up by having the second. And then your third marriage will be the good one, the marriage in which you're going to spend many years of your life with somebody that will be more the soulmate you never had. Believe it or not, at this stage of your life, I think you'll feel love the way you never felt before. And I think somebody who is not in your area, rebuilding your life is not going to happen where you are right now. Going back to Denver is when you're going to meet somebody else who's 2 years younger than you, who has a daughter, and this is somebody who I feel there is an R name here to the new man. Is your mother deceased?
Yeah.
Your mom is telling me this. She said that, yes, you will walk away from this man in a month, in a period of a month. You will plan it differently. It's going to be better in so many respects, financially better for you. She said there's a new person coming. You will move in a big house with very high ceiling, with a big front door, and there's even a gate. And this man is a man who either lost his wife or something happened to him, but you'll find him exactly in the right moment, and it's going to be an amazing connection. So you'll experience something you never had so far, but it's going to be a great connection. You'll be very, very happy. I promise you this. This is going to be really good for you. So take it like, hey, I'm going through this experience. It's for my own good, and I'm moving forward, you know. It's for my own good. But make it in such a way that you have nothing to regret. Make it in such a way in which you don't lose anything. You're not upset about it. You're not angry. You don't feel hurt. And you just close the door to a chapter in your life that has never been probably the best. I hate to say that.
Yeah, I've already, I think, moved past that. I mean, it hurts, no doubt. It all hurts.
Right.
But I'm smart enough to know that the more I hold on to the regret isn't letting go.
No regrets. No regret. You have nothing to regret.
Yeah.
No,
I've given it
this
my
phase
best.
of your life. Your mom shows me an A name or an A name, a vowel. I don't know what she's trying to say. And I also feel your dad. I feel your parents supporting you through the process. I feel like they never liked this man. I don't know if you agree with me. Do you?
No, I agree. My mother never did.
Yeah. So it's like, it's very clear to me that she says, well, I never liked this man anyhow. So she said, and you have absolutely nothing to regret about him.
Okay.
So
okay,
yeah,
the only A name is my granddaughter that's here, Alyssa. So.
Alyssa, that's what your mother is acknowledging her. And she shows me a 6, like 6, something with 6, the 6 month, the day of a 6. I know what she's trying to say. But she's so strong. Your mother comes like a very strong spirit who's willing to help. She's willing to help. So she said, this is, in the end, you will celebrate this. She said, give it some more time from now on to June of the next year, and you'll completely understand why this happened to it, the way it happened. It will all make sense, okay?
Okay.
I want you to call me back. I want you to be in touch with me and let me know where you go in the next 2-3 weeks from now, how you feel, how is everything unfolding, you know, if you're confident. You will feel better and freer after this. You will feel like you did the right thing because there's something else there for you. Just walk away from the area, but do it in such a way that is not affecting you at all, financially, or you understand what I mean? Do it in a smart, Be wise how you're going to do it.
Okay, thank you so very much, Carmen.
Oh, I love you, my dear. Promise me you're going to call me back so we can see where you are, okay?
I will. Many blessings back to you for helping me.
Oh, you like my sister. And happy birthday. Listen, it's a new beginning. It's a new beginning. There's a new beginning for you, okay? I love you, my dear.
Well, many blessings sent back to you. God hold
you. To you,
Bye.
my love. You too.
Thank
you,
you.
love.
Bye-bye.
I'm looking forward to talk to you again. I think I have 1 or 2 minutes left to talk to Cornelia from Ontario.
Hello,
Hi, my
Carmen.
lovely. Hi, my love. How are
2
you?
minutes is too small. I was so blessed to meet you, Carmen. You are such an amazing person.
Oh, I'm like everybody else. I'm somebody who I'm trying my best to do something good. Oh, I love you. So how are you doing, my angel?
Peace, your husband, Carmen. I'm calling you because I wanted to hear everybody that everything what you told me, it become true in my life, like it's real.
Good.
If you remember that 4 months ago you were telling me that I'm going to be in this workplace where I'm now, and somebody's going to come with the name Elena, and he's going to offer me a job, and that it's true, it happened, and I went today for that job, but it's not good for me, Carmen, because it's a repetitive work, and having this shoulder issue, I cannot do it. Tell me, please, can something still come for me, some job or something?
Absolutely, 100%.
What do you see, Carmen? Tell me, please, because I trust you 100%, because everything's happening in my life, what you're telling me.
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to the end of the show. I don't know how I strategize the show right now, but I didn't. Can you call me next week, Cornelia, and I'm going to think about it and let you know?
Carmen, I'm working every Tuesday. Today was off just.
Okay, call me privately, and I'll give you a free session. I love you. I love you, everybody.
I
Thank you for
so
listening.
Much.
Thank you, everybody. I'll be back with you next Tuesday on Time Radio. Thank you, Christopher. God bless you, everybody. I'm Carmen Harra. Thank you for listening.